Hello everybody, I'm GJ Quartermaine, talking about books. Hi, this is my first book that we published last year. In it I introduce a character in the 11th century, somebody who invades England with the Norman conquest in 1066. And it occurred to me that there was a prehistory for this character. So I've decided to write a prequel to my book. It's in the same series and it takes this character from his birth in Spain in the 11th century. He's born around 1021 AD in Cordoba in Spain. And it's a really interesting period. It's when the Islamic Empire stretched as far as most of Spain. It was the center of culture in Europe. People came from all over the known world to experience the cuisine, the fashion, and the intellectual climate. It was a place known as the ornamental city. And it was a place where Muslims, Jews, Christians all tolerated each other and at least lived together in acceptance of each other's religious beliefs. So it was an example for the whole of Europe. People particularly came from Northern Europe, where things were much more primitive, to experience things like the great baths, the hammam in Cordoba. And so I've taken my character, who's about 45 in my first book, back to his childhood and tried to talk about how he's developed, particularly in the context of the Islamic world at that time, which was the dominant empire, and the Christian world, which was increasingly pushing back against the Islamic civilization. So that's a book that I'm writing at the moment. I've just started chapter 5. So it's going well. It's a challenge, but I think it's really exciting to talk about an individual in this context of where two completely different cultures were meeting in Spain and in other places on the borders of Europe. So we hope that will be published later this year. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please subscribe and look at the details in the description box below. Thanks very much. Good day.